When it comes to machinery, Forestry certainly has its own household names, but today we're in the Lake District to see a brand which might not be so well known in the UK, LKT. Manufactured in Slovakia, it was brought to the UK after being purchased in the late 1990s at APF, and today it's proudly owned by Joe White of White's Tree Services.
I purchased it off a guy called Ronnie McVicker. Sadly, Ronnie's not with us anymore, but I worked with him for long enough and knew him quite well. And when the time arose, I snapped it up, luckily. It looks like it's from the 70s, which the design originated from then, but they still built it to 2005. It's got two double drum winches on. The speed of the winches, which LKTs themselves are phenomenal in the power. And the best thing I like about it is that because it's got front and rear blade that you can drop, you've got your full winching force and you don't get dragged back. And yeah, we use it for all sorts of work. Because of the blade, you can put it at the top of a hill and not be scared going back down the hill.
Believed to be just one of two working in the UK, Joe's invited us along to this wind-blown site to see how he puts this unique asset to work.
Yeah, so the trees that we're felling are really oversized timber, and the harvester wouldn't handle them. We could hand cut them and put wedges in and bottle jacks, but because we've got the LKT as a winch on site, we use it because it's quicker and easier and you're not putting as much strain on our bodies. And you've got a lot more, with that winch, you've got a lot more, you can push stuff about and manoeuvre stuff a lot easier to where you want it. Like, places on this site are very wet and we need a lot of brash in places, so we can kind of drag the timber to there, and so the forwarder can get it and put brash in so they can get to the timber easier. Theo's been on the saw, so he'll put the gob and the cut in the tree, and when I'll drive the LKT, so I'll put the LKT in a suitable position that's far enough away, and we'll drag the winches out to the tree. We'll put them just above head height, so a bit of leverage, put the winches round the tree, and then I'll walk back to the tree. We communicate with each other about when's safe to pull it and fell it over, and then I'll use the winch buttons to pull the tree over to where we want it. And when you steady the tree out, not a lot of people know this, or it's an experience thing, but when the branches are grown forward up the tree, it's easier to go from the tip down to the butt because the branches land behind you rather than landing in front of you and you're having to cut them twice. It's a big saving that I've learnt over the years, and that's where experience comes.
What are the challenges of having a skidder given it's quite a unique machine?
Because it's from Slovakia, there's no parts for it, or trying to find parts is hard. So what we've developed is Google Translate is amazing. Try and get in touch with the dealers themselves because it is still parts for them. You just have to look around and actually making bits and sorting it ourselves. Luckily, my dad's a genius as an engineer and he's been able to make bits and help us, and we've found bits that fit bits, and so it could be a bit of this and a bit of that.
Keep an eye out for a full feature on the LKT 120 in a future edition of Forestry Journal, and of course we'll have plenty of coverage on our website and across our social media channels.